Hey everybody, Sneaky Narcotic, back at it again with another YouTube video. Today we're going to go over some more Magic the Gathering Core Set Spoilers 2020 Core Set Spoilers. Before we get into it though guys, please let me ask y'all to like, share, subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. I've gotten 5 subscribers since the Core Set 2020 Spoilers, and it would mean a lot to me if by the end we can reach 75. So anyways guys, let's get into it. The first card of the day, Diviner's Lockbox. 4 generic mana, artifact uncommon. 1 generic mana, and tap it, choose a card name, then reveal the top card of your library. If that card has the chosen name, sacrifice Diviner's Lockbox and draw 3 cards. Activate this ability only any time you would cast a sorcery. I see it taunting me whenever I close my eyes, Narek Slipfinger Master Thief. So, as far as the card, this is just, it's alright, you know. If you somehow know the top card of your library for 4+1 mana and sacrificing a artifact, which isn't really relevant, then you can draw 3 cards. So I don't really like this card per se. This card is probably the card of the day for me. It's something I want to build around for sure. Villis, Broker of Blood. 5 generic mana, 3 black mana. This buddy is expensive. It's a legendary creature demon. It is a rare. It has flying. Pay 1 black, pay 2 life. Target creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn. But the cool thing is, whenever you lose life, draw that many cards. This can be really cool. Like, me and my buddy, first off, it's an 8/8 for 8, so it's on par per se, but me and my buddy was talking about how in a mill deck, especially, this card could be ridiculous. And we were more thinking of like having Psychic Corrosion out on the board a couple turns, fogging out until you can finally get Villis, and then just let them swing at you. If they swing at you and they deal like 18 damage, that's you drawing 18 cards. And then once you draw 18 cards, they mill the top, 36? And hopefully by then, they only have 36 left. So that's my point, is this card, and then on top of that, out of your 18 cards that you drew, surely you're going to find an answer for something as well. So that's my point around this card, is that it's going to be dangerous. It's going to be really dangerous in Commander, because if you have 40 life to deal with in Commander, and normally in what I would figure a white and black deck, because I would make Villis one of the 99 instead of the number 1 card, but you would have ways to gain life. So even if you took 40 life, you're drawing 40 cards. It would be ridiculous. I'm thinking like Dimir or Esper, life gain, maybe an Oloro deck. This card would be insane. Arial Assault. 2 generic, 1 white. Sorcery, common. Destroy target tapped creature. You gain 1 life for each creature you control with flying. As you can see, they're still continuing on with its flying tribal thing, and I really don't know how it's going to go. If this card would see play in it, it is 3 mana to destroy a tapped creature, but you also could potentially gain a lot of life, so who knows. Oh, you must be mistaken. Hawks are solitary hunters, you see. Bunder Doderic, ornithologist. Wow. Blood Burglar. 1 generic, 1 black creature, vampire rogue. It is a common. As long as it's your turn, Blood Burglar has lifelink. You've heard that a vampire can't enter a home without an invitation, alignment to help you sleep at night. Karen, Watch Sergeant. Boneclad Necromancer. 3 generic, 2 black, creature, human, wizard. It is a common. When Boneclad Necromancer enters the battlefield, you may exile target creature card from your graveyard. If you do, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. Living or dead, everyone responds to the proper motivation. 3/3. This card would probably see play as, like, I wouldn't necessarily say a top end, but a card nonetheless to play in, like, a mono black draft deck. Because as far as I've seen, there's not really a lot of graveyard recursion in this set, at least for mono black, so I could see it. I could see it a lot. Frost Lynx, 2 generic, 1 blue, creature, elemental cat. It is a common. When Frost Lynx enters the battlefield, tap target creature an opponent controls. That creature doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. It readily attacks much larger prey, knowing retaliation is impossible. Ha. And it is a 2/2. Goblin Smuggler, 2 generic mana, 1 red, creature, Goblin Rogue. It has haste. Tap it, another target creature with power 2 or less can't be blocked this turn. I am but a humble traveler. I have no taste for sneakery nor thiefness. Well, then... Oh, ha! I see what you mean. That was sarcasm. It's a 2/2 for 3, and as you can see, it's smuggling something in on its back. Lavakin Brawler. Lavakin Brawler comes out for 3 generic mana, 1 red, creature, elemental warrior. It is a common. Whenever Lavakin Brawler attacks, it gets +1/+0 until end of turn for each elemental you control. She swings with the ease of flowing lava and hits with the force of a meteor. So, this, I guess, is some type of elemental tribal, maybe a pauper elemental tribal. We'll see. Speaking of pauper elemental tribal, Laefkin Druid, 1 generic, 1 green, creature elemental druid. It is a common. It is a 0/3 common. It has tap it, add green mana. Cool. If you control 4 or more creatures, add double green instead. I'm rooted in the life of all that thrives around me. You cannot move me. As far as this card, I think we'll see it probably played in like a walls deck, even though it's not considered a wall. Maybe maybe I said that wrong. We'll see it in a high alert deck. For sure. Squad Captain, 4 generic, 1 white mana, creature, human soldier, common. It has vigilance. Squad Captain enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it for each other creature you control. It is a 2/2 to start off with. I don't necessarily like this card. It's a common, and it'll probably be like a top end in draft and sealed. The strength of the one and the strength is the strength of the many. I do love the art, though. It looks pretty cool for artwork-wise. Thicket Crasher, 3 generic mana and 1 green mana. Creature, elemental rhino. Ooh, an elemental rhino. That's a weird creature type, huh? It is a common. It has trample. Other elementals you control have trample. Tread too hard in the forest and it will tread on you in return. Vivian Reed. Aw. It's a 4/3. Again, going with the elemental tribal. This might see play because it gives your elementals trample, and that's really relevant in my opinion. Winged Words, 2 generic, 1 blue mana, sorcery, common. This spell costs 1 less to cast if you control a creature with flying. Draw 2 cards. Magic written across the sky falls like rain on thirsty grounds, bringing forth wisdom in its season. So, I think this card will definitely see play. Again, I think Flyers might be just the tribe to go with right now. Especially with favorable winds being in the set until, September? October? Something like that. Shared Summons. It is 3 generic mana and 2 green mana. Instant rare. Search your library for up to 2 target creatures with different names. Reveal them and put them into your hand. Then shuffle your library. So, I said there was no graveyard recursion. There's graveyard recursion right there. Cavalier of Thorns. 2 generic mana, 3 green mana. Creature, elemental knight. It is a mythic rare. Reach. When Cavalier of Thorns enters the battlefield, reveal the top 5 cards of your library. You may put a land card from among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest in your graveyard. When Cavalier of the Thorns dies, you may exile it. If you do, put another target creature card from your graveyard onto the... Excuse me, I'm sorry. If you do, put target card from your graveyard on top of your library, and it is a 5/6. Well, that's interesting, I guess. I don't know how I feel about these Cavaliers. They're not the strongest. Granted, this one doesn't cost a crap ton of mana like the other ones do. I don't know. I don't know how I feel. It's a 5/6 for 5. That's pretty good. It has reach. That's pretty good, I guess. Enough to make it an uncommon. And then the rest of it's just It brings out a land if you have it in the top 5. That's cool, I guess. You might whiff on, you might not. You know, lands are pretty, or make up. In my case, it makes up. Well, if I remember correctly, let me do the math real quick. I normally do 22 cards into 60 cards. So yeah, 36% of my deck is lands. So maybe. Audacious Thief. 2 generic, 1 black creature human rogue. It is a common. Whenever Audacious Thief attacks, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. Expertise, imagination, and wits, they don't matter if you don't have what it takes to use them. And it is a 2/2 for 3 that draws you cards and loses you life. So, I don't know, it might see play. I really wish they would have made like a vampire, because Vampire Tribal was looking really good. But instead they made a human rogue, and I don't know if it will see play because of that. Tomebound Lich. 1 generic, 1 blue, 1 black. Creature, zombie, wizard. It is an uncommon. It has Death Touch and Lifelink. When Tomebound Lich enters the battlefield or deals combat damage to a player, draw a card, then discard a card. So, that's okay, I guess. 1/3. I don't know how I feel about it. I do like the Death Touch and Lifelink. I like that you could probably beef it up a little bit. I don't like the whole draw a card then discard a card. I wish it was, and then it would be rare if it was just draw a card. So maybe for it to be an uncommon, they had to put that discard a card. But whatever. Cloudkin Seer. It is 2 generic, 1 blue, creature, elemental wizard. Hey, it's a wizard, guys. It's a common. It has flying. When Cloudkin Seer enters the battlefield, draw a card. It's a 2/1. I can see which way the wind is blowing. So, for it to be a flyer, I think is relevant, because right now, like I said, flying is probably going to be the best tribe to play. That's why they're putting reach on cards like Cavaliers. So, yeah, I think this will see play, especially because it draws you a card, and it's 3 mana, has a body, and it's flying. Murder. This is a reprint. 1 generic, 2 black, instant, common, destroy target creature, simply. By fate or by will, every reign must come to an end. Kethis, the Hidden Hand. This card will definitely see play in like draft. I would pick up every copy in draft, because the more control you are, the more chance of winning you have. And this just takes care of most of the threats in draft. So yeah, this is a good card. So next we have a set of lands that are basically guild gates that gain you life when they come down, except for they don't have the gate thing with them. So anyways, they are dual land cards that come in tapped with gain 1 life. This is the Azorius one. This is the Orzhov one. This is the Dimir. Is it Rakdos? Excuse me. Golgari. Gruul. Boros. Selesnya, Simic, and then there's an Evolving Wilds. Evolving Wilds has seen play from time to time. It probably will see play more now because of the little landfall cards that might come up in this set. Again, I keep saying landfall cards, and there's only that one that I really even think about in black, so whatever. Here's a really cool card in my opinion. Jorubai, Murk, Lurker. It is 2 generic, 1 blue, creature, leech. It is a uncommon. It's a Jorubai Murk Lurker. Gets +1/+1 as long as you control a swamp. Okay. Pay 1 generic and 1 black. Target creature gains lifelink until end of turn. And it is a 1/3. It's weird that they would print this in blue. Granted, they want you to be playing Dimir. I think it's really cool that it gives target creature lifelink instead of just giving itself lifelink, which it can still do. I think it's really cool, honestly. It's a 2/4 relatively for 3. I mean, if you're going to play this, you're going to play it in Dimir colors. So it's a 2/4 for 3 that can give itself lifelink for 2 mana, or give another creature lifelink for 2 mana. So, yes, very cool card. Moat Piranhas. 1 generic, 1 blue, creature, fish. It has Defender. It is a 3/3. Come on, it's not even that deep. Gorin the Brazen. Well, I don't know why I don't like that they made them piranhas, because piranhas definitely should have damage. Oh wait, excuse me, I'm sorry. It's a 3/3. I'm dumb. Yes, a 2-drop 3/3 common. That's pretty good for draft. Even with the defender on it, that will probably see play in draft for real. Blood for Bones. 3 generic, 1 black. Sorcery. Uncommon. As an additional cast to cost... as an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice a creature. Return a creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Then return another creature card from your graveyard to your hand. So, this is pretty cool. So, here's the thing. Like, reassembling Skeleton has been the #1 sacrifice outlet recently. And for you to be able to, for 4 mana, kill your reassembling Skeleton, return a creature card, I don't know, let's say some big MF, you're... Oh, why can't I think? This happens every single time I get a video. I can't think of the name of that card. Carnage Tyrant, yes. Bring out your Carnage Tyrant, which has always been a big threat. Has hexproof. And then you return, if you have no other creatures in your graveyard, which you probably will by the time returning a Carnage Tyrant, but, you return your Skeleton to your end. So, this card will be pretty cool, I think. I think it will definitely see play. It's really interesting, and I like it. I do see that it doesn't have that may trigger. May then return another creature card from your graveyard to your hand. So, if you do have a sacrifice outlet like Reassembling Skeleton, and it is the only other creature card in your graveyard, then you will have to return it to your hand. Oh, yes. This is the actual card of the day. It's really between Villis and Sephara, because I love Sephara and I love Villis, and I love them both. Sephara, Sky's Blade. 4 generic, 3 white mana, legendary creature, Angel. It is a rare. You may pay 1 white mana and tap 4 untapped creatures you control with flying rather than pay this spell's mana cost. So it's on flying. It's all about flying tribal still. It has flying and lifelink. That's cool. Other creatures you control with flying have indestructible. Yeah, no, that's good. That's pretty good. It's a 7/7. Yeah, I think this will definitely see play. That's an alternate casting cost, which is going to be really insane in Commander. But also, it's in the same colors as Wrath Caption. Wrath Caption lets you play, I think it's Historic. It might just, yeah, well, you can also play Leyline of Anticipation and play this at Flash, which would be really good, because then you can block with your creatures, tap them, pay 1 white mana, and bring out Sephara, and then make them indestructible, which would be insane. So, anyways, I think Sephara is going to be really cool. Here's a really fun one, too. Noxious Grasp. 1 generic, 1 black, instant, uncommon. Destroy target creature or planeswalker that's green or white. You gain 1 life. The Bog doesn't give a stinking bubble about your title, wealth, or piety. It's just hungry. Biorus Backwoods Guide. So this card actually was was given to be released by Noxious, which is one of my favorite YouTubers to watch. Go check out his videos. I inspire to be like him one day, because, geez. Anyways, this is pretty cool that they would just he'd give up a YouTuber straight up name, Noxious Grasp. And he was talking about it. He was like, this is really cool, Wizards. And so, plus the art is pretty cool. I like the whole just grabbing a creature, a human, it looks like. Maybe a Minotaur. Or, not a Minotaur. What's the half horse, half man? Anyways, it looks like they're centaurs. It was grabbing a centaur. And about to drag it into the bog to be 8. That's pretty cool. I do believe that's the end of the video, guys. So please like, share, subscribe. And this has been Sneaky Narcotic. Signing off.